called Mr. Alex. I'm the chairperson, the Kony War Victims West Nile. Actually, what the lawyers said is very correct. You see, this matter has almost taken, we are now in 2025. It has almost taken, because I started sitting with these members in 1996. When I left the post of Uganda, started mobilizing my groups. Because after my business collapsed, I went to do cleaners at the post office. I was a cleaner there. Because I need to survive. I worked there for 9 years, just as a cleaner, casual worker. Then when I got some members, we started identifying any office. Well, Wesa gave us an office at Ondoparaka here. From there, we started moving slowly. People started coming. By the time we went to court, as the lawyer has said, we were 717. When we had not yet compiled the last list. So after the court, as he has said, the RDC called us. That was on 20th May 2022, when we were already in court, that very day. So he said, actually he had not known me, even I did not know him. He was looking for me when he got communication from State House about the case court issue. Then from there, he communicated with the Honorable Lord Mayor. Then he gave him my number. Then he called me, "Where are you, Alex? Are you the one?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Where are you?" I said, "We are in court." He said, "What are you doing in court?" He said, "We have taken Attorney General. We want to take him to court, but we are still seeking for guidance." Then from there, he called us in his office. We sat down. We charted the way forward. From there, I told him I cannot give him what he wanted today because my lawyer is not there. He should fix a date. Then we come with my lawyer. We give him update. Then from there, he fixed 27th of the same month, May. Then we came with my lawyers. We sat down. We discussed. We gave all the necessary documents to him. Then from there, he said he's going to deliver it to State House. There, nothing. Reaching 2020, the same year, 2022, May, no June now. I mobilized the members. We went on a hunger strike at the Mayor's Garden. That was 20th June. When there was a letter from the Principal Private Secretary, that is Dr. Kenneth Omona, who wrote it to RDC about the compensation issue. But they refused to give this letter to me. They were sitting on this letter. Now when we went for hunger strike at the Mayor's Garden, that's now when the letter came out at the Mayor's Garden. You see how the leaders are letting us down. So I got that letter. I read it. He wrote a letter to Attorney General about this compensation of the war victims. Direct on the 10th of June 2022. I know he got the directives from His Excellency, because Dr. Kenneth Omona can write letter without the President's authority. So from there, I got this copy. I went to Attorney General's office. I met the Attorney General. I met the Deputy Attorney General. I met Norbert Mao. All in their office at Parliament Avenue. With this letter, because this letter now gave me power. From there, they told me, okay, we are still working on this document. From there, nothing. Last year, April 2011, when His Excellency visited West Nile, the MP of East Constitution raised this matter to the President. Then I was also about to talk about the issue to the President. I got a microphone. Somebody came and grabbed the microphone away. When the President was seeing, now he directed me to go to the same PPS, Principal Private Secretary, Dr. Kenneth Omona. I went. He took our details. We were 7. Those who were complaining of the market issue, we were 7. That was 2023. April 12th, when the president was at the golf grounds addressing the people of West Nile. From there up to today, nobody has called there because president said, Dr. Kony Omona, you call these 7 people, I want to meet them in my office. This was the directive. I know somebody from West Nile went and blocked Dr. Kony Omona. Nobody has communicated to us, 7 of us, up to now. You see how people are fighting us. Now from there, president went back from West Nile. He went, he gave directive to Speaker of the Parliament, Honorable Annette Among, to write it to the same Attorney General to compensate these people immediately and give him a report. That was on 2nd May 2023, up to tomorrow. I also got that letter. I got the copy. I went to Speaker, direct. Speaker said now for her, she has written it to Attorney General. I should now follow my manner with the Attorney General. I picked this letter, I went to Attorney General. I met him. That's now when the other letter which the lawyer was talking about. Now Attorney General picked the letter, pen, and they wrote a letter to Permanent Secretary, Minister of Defense, to avail them with the report of the CMI who came on the ground on the 22nd November 2021, who verified the list very well here. Now, Attorney General wants now this report from the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Defense, from Mboya. This is now where our problem up to tomorrow is now lying here. Permanent Secretary up to tomorrow, I'm ever in Mboya there, every week. And I came yesterday from Kampala. I'm in Attorney General, I'm in Mboya, I've developed a back problem. I'm here in Belt. Now, going further, we have 4 options. Whether the lawyer likes it or not, we have 4 options. We shall do it. If I die, nobody will benefit. For me, Kony, they already killed us all. 1, no vote. For all the NRM candidates from LC1 to president, yes. No vote. For NRM who are aspiring on NRM ticket from LC1 to president. Yeah, sure. 2, those leaders who doesn't feel the pain Kony did it to us. The leaders were elected. The current leaders who are in the parliament will not go back to parliament. They are all coming home. Because as the lawyer said, 1,102. Like, let me say now, me. I had 6 wives, openly. 6 wives, I have 30 children. These 30 are all voters. Plus the 6 wives. They are 36 plus me, 37. Now, these wives, these 6 women, they have relatives. They have brothers who have wives because they were going to benefit from this money. Exactly. My uncles, where my sister Ona Bangufuru comes from, they were going to benefit from this money. It's true. So because I failed to receive the money, I have developed now back pain. So that means I'm going to die before receiving this money. Stress, because I have been down also from January. It is that man, that member of mine who bought for me drugs. I don't have money. That's now when all the 1,102 will die. Because we are poor, we are useless. If they can compensate cows, which does not vote. Cows don't vote. Those of Maos, they are talking of Atoli and the Teso, Lango. What about West Nile who died, who lost human beings? Majority of West Nile people lost human beings and the property, merchandise. And you are paying cows. Now, what is our use to the government? That means government has not recognized, even now, first of all, our MPs, they have forgotten that the West Nile suffered. This is not there in the mind of the MPs. We have 6 ministers from West Nile. 6. Have you heard them talking about this compensation? No. These ministers. Zero. Why are they there? Why has president, if they don't want us to not to ban, let the president remove these ministers off. Sack them off. They are useless.
Including the second deputy prime minister.
All the ministers from West Nile, all. We don't have ministers here. Now, who doesn't talk about this compensation?
You said you are not going to vote for NRM.
We are not voting. All these people.
Does that mean the 1,100?
Like my family alone with my relative, we are 200. Let me assume we are 200.
Will you now vote for the opposition?
This is it. We are mobilized them to vote for opposition. We are not voting NRM because we are in NRM. Who does not care about us? Why should we vote for NRM? Over 39 years. NRM is in power. This man is not given.
If your father refuses you to home,
that is it.
You have to leave your father's home.
So His Excellency should listen to our cry before we reach voting time.
All these 39 years is prudent enough to have, compensated. Now that the NRM government led by President Museveni, he is currently naturally by age he's already in his evening. Do you believe that when this NRM government is no more and your compensation not paid, you will be able to get this money?
Never. We shall get. Because we are going to continue pushing. As some member said, the court issue is there. We have not blocked it. We have not stopped it. The next government who comes, who does not hear our cry, we are going back to court. We shall push this, even if I die, I have vice chairperson. I have all the 5 organs. Who will continue if I am bedridden with this back problem? That's why I said the 6 ministers we have from Western Nile. Actually, there are 5. The other one has just been appointed. The one from Navy has just been appointed. There are 5. When I spoke to the president, one of the ministers went to the president, says those are gorillas. Openly told the president those are. That's why president is not taking action. I know the ministers who said openly. Those are fake people. Those are fake groups. So that they must know we are the Kony war victims who were called Arua boys. We were the Arua boys. You see this? Yes. Where is that name? These current businessmen are not the Arua boys. We are all now above 60 years. Those who were Arua boys are no more because we are the one we collapse in the businesses. You see this old man here, he was selling materials from Yumbe, but he was doing the business here in Oka. We are all aged. If you see photos here, all the receipts which we submitted to CMY, they are all here.
Chairman, you had a connection with the Taban in general. That very time.
Yes.
That's why your connection was direct to the president. I remember the president told you something directly to you.
Correct.
To take action. How did the ministers now come?
Actually,
you had talked to the final person.
Actually, what is now fighting us is all our leaders, elected leaders. All what is tied up is from the leaders from West Nile who are elected because they have powers to meet the president. For us, we don't have the power.
So the president
when I talk to Amin Taban, when I used his phone to communicate to the president, you see this list here? The president said, can you submit for me the list of the 1,102 through Amin Taban? I came, I prepared. Secretary, you were there.
I was there.
We went, we prepared, we submitted to State House through Amin Taban. He went, he delivered this list. The ministers from Western went and blocked the president. This is our problem. They went, they blocked. You see what is happening in Mboya there, where the permanent secretary is not giving report. When we submitted all this to CMY, as per the statement of the Attorney General, CMY submitted it to permanent secretary. They refuse to read this. They are still there lying full of dust. I'm from there. As I said, I came yesterday. They are there. There is Colonel Wandera who has blocked us there. They have their lawyers there. He's one of the lawyers. There are about 5 people whom the permanent secretary with their own blocked them. They just do their own work. They refuse to open even a page like this. You see what they wanted? The RDCs, the mayor, the LC5, the chairman LC5 all gave recommendation very well, but you see this shop here called Orasia Supermarket. This was where I was operating. There was a man from Aliba, Aroi Sub-County, called Dravu Ronald. Dravu Suji, he was a short man. Dravu Ezra. He gave that shop to me. I was with my elder brother. We were selling plastics, utensils. At first we were selling materials. Then we moved to shop. We are now identifying what can fit in the shop. Because the man said he has, it was called Aroi General Store, PO Box 430. If you go to municipal, you will get it.
So how much money did you lose, and what are you demanding?
That time I lost 600 million. 600 million. You know, we used to buy dollars. We buy dollar because we are using lorries to go to Kampala. You can't go with the cash very bulky because that money was too much. Too much. So you buy dollars come from South Sudan, Congo. We had the agents here who sell dollars, like a Gasco, Lady Gasco Enterprises. You go to that shop, they give you dollars, you give the currency you have. Then we have the Madi investment. This we are dealing in dollars. Even the Ozu brothers, even Ripons. The Ripon was the largest. You come to Ripon, you don't fail to get dollars.
And then gold.
So this was the Ugandan currency I lost that time, 600 million.
By now, what would be the value that you would demand?
By now, if I had still this money, I would have actually demanded 1.5 billion.
Okay.
Because this money was still in business. It grows.
Okay.
Business doesn't go back. You see, 1.5 billion. Now we are demanding government 99 billion only. Only 884 million shillings from government. Even here, I'm demanding 100 million only. If you see from my list here, only 100 million. Because this is my government. Government need to work on roads, airport, schools, hospitals. Yeah. These are all on government. So we can't demand unnecessary. Even we could negotiate if the government is willing, my lawyers here, we sign an agreement with the government. Threats is too much, too beyond. If I was not strong enough, if I was not believing in God, by now I would not have been here. At Mboya, the way they threatened me. That was the time I was going to leave that place. But I'm ever there on Tuesday, Thursday, there is a doctor who died here from South Africa. From his place. When the dead body arrived at Okuvu Church, Uganda, I was at CMY Diamboya. I came direct at 7 p.m. I came to the dead body. You see, I was there. Do you think I will go there back? When they threatened me, the big people, all the escorts, all removed their guns like this, moving, pulling their swords, moving around me, but nobody said shoot, or nobody said arrest. That was what saved me, because my documents are all very clear. Had Yunus Kakande wrote to them, 2020, to the same permanent secretary, to send the CMI to verify these people, because Naguru Oya wrote a letter to Had Yunus Kakande about this compensation. From there straight, Had Yunus took letter and they wrote it to permanent secretary to send the CMI. That's when the CMI came now on 2021 November. That letter was from Nahoro, yeah.
Mzee Ondoga Moses. I'm 71 years old now. I've been a prominent businessman in Erua Workers. I had six pitches used by all me and including my family. And I had 15 machines, sewing machines. Now, when I started this business, that one was 1994. We opened the hawkers. First of all, it was down where people were selling chicken. Then we opened it, and most of those colleagues have died with whom I opened, even including the chairman at Chika. And by the time I went to Kampala, when that incident got us, I had bought 150 rolls of silk materials, including polyester, Gemini, and on the way coming, we arrived at around 10 a.m. at Karuma, and unfortunately, there was no carrying out the buses by the soldiers. On convoy, yes, convoy. Then the neighbor said what to do. Now we should try on behalf of Allah's will. Then they tried. By that time, there were about 9 buses, including all lorries, small vehicles. Then we entered we covered about 20 miles where there was valley, very bushy valley, where those people hid themselves, both sides, the guerrillas. They hid themselves. Then they started the front fight. They started to fire the front bus, and also again others started also the behind vehicles. Then by that time the ambush was too much. A lot of bombs, big ones, small ones were used. Then that one, we had a driver called Dramani with his brother. He's actually, then by that time the brother died on the spot in his bus. Then Dramani got a lot of injuries, and with me, the bullet caught me here at the knee, as you can see. Since that time, the Mulago operated. It is now about 25 years. I'm just on the bed. No healing. They said at the back I should be operated again, 19 million, and also here at the knee, 13 million. So by that time I lost 75 million, goods worth 75 million, and got all these injuries. Up to now, I'm waiting for my death, without even consuming government money. And on top of that, let me assure government that I am Muzee. Since NRM started taking leadership, I'm voting for NRM. Yes. But why is it that His Excellency, now let me talk just frankly, that why doesn't His Excellency think of us? Your Excellency, I'm asking you kindly to negotiate with us, to give us something before we die. Thank you very much. I can't stop there because I cannot talk anymore.
My name is Abdul Bitres. Now I'm 50 years.
Yeah, tell us about the loss. What were you doing that time, or if it was your parent, and what did they lose?
Okay. That time I was from Kampala. I went to meet my families. They were that side. Then I was also doing my business. I was also doing a business. I was a business lady. I was having 3 children. I went with the one. That one was 2 years, baby boy. We went with him. Then after getting my properties now there, the time when I was coming back from my family, we arrived Karuma around 11:30. Now we were waiting for convoy. After that, they said that, okay, the convoy are around. We have to get inside the bus. We got inside the bus. We started. It was like 15 miles from Karuma. We just had a bullet now entering all the sides. That one was in 96, March 8th. That one was Women's Day. Now we were attacked. I was shot here. This hand, and the bullet went and shot the baby also. The baby was on this side. The baby died instantly. Now, right now I'm disabled. I'm left. These 3 hands are not working, but these 2 are working. I don't know what to do. I lost like 60 million that time because I started my business earlier. I lost everything. I was naked. Baby died. I carried the body. Also those people, the collectors, they took us in the bus. We went there. After that, they released us. When we were suffering, they threw my baby body there outside at the roadside. We suffered a lot. But this thing took time. Now it has taken long. Even Uganda knows about it. Even these outside countries, they know about everything which happened. I don't know why our people of West Nile, they are fighting us. For me, our president doesn't have any problem. But these people of West Nile, they are fighting us. While we suffered 1,102. How can you just go and claim something which you don't have or you don't get? Oh, we are now they have counted that we are thieves. We are not thieves. We suffered. We suffered a lot. They have to, government have to think of us. This is the thing which I can mean.
How much are you demanding, government?
Start
with your name.
Thank you very much. I'm called Rashid Chiriga Alahai from Uyumbe. I got accident on 3rd October 1997. These are my pictures whom I got the accident. The one has already died. I had been doing my business, carrying dishi, ujaje, all the clothes. We used to transport it. I lost in this war 80 million, which I lost. Nothing. During that year, my children are very young. Up to now, since I lost my money, there is nothing. I've become very poor, and my children have become also poor. Because both of my arms here are all shot. This one, even the bullet is still remaining, the X-ray is here. Bullet is still remaining here. When I go to clinics or hospitals, they are demanding 3 million to remove this bullet. It is still remaining. This is our cry. If government could assist us, we could have at least improved. What our lawyers are saying, our chairmen are saying, they are all fact. People from Teso, Lango are all compensated. Cows only. We are West Nile, all human beings being killed. Properties are lost. Instead of paying them, put them something. A human being and a cow, which is important. Because we are the voters, we are voting. What we are crying always to government, let government compensate us. This is our cry. What we are saying, at least, we have no leaders in the West Nile region. What we wrote we are not going to vote is true. From LC1 up to president, we are not going to vote. These ministers, MPs of West Nile region are not pulling our hands. And they are blocking us even. Instead of helping us, they are blocking us. What we are praying to God, these MPs of West Nile, whether you are minister, whether you are MP, you are not going back to parliament again. We are 1,102. We are going to mobilize the act to move all West Nile region to campaign these people. God will help us. Sure. Because we are crying serious. A whole minister, your people are killed, your people are suffering. When our document can be taken directly to president, these are my people. We don't know what our MPs are doing there in Kampala. But we are here, the voters, we know what we are going to do to them. You see this?
How many children are supposed to benefit from you?
I have one woman with the 5 children because I had been planning my children. This me lying in Molago hospital. Have you seen this? These children are grown up. I have 2 boys, no education, 3 girls, they have gone to husband. Poor people married them. Have you seen? My children are poor, I'm also poor. And I'm 64 years. How can I die with this age of mine with no money in the pocket? Can our president at least let our government?
Yeah, thank you so much, Council and your team of Kony war victims. Give us an update about the recent struggle to ensure that the Kony war victims are compensated. Up to today, we have not seen light at the end of the day.
Yes. Today we are privileged to have a meeting with all the victims of these affected persons who were involved or got damages or injuries during the Kony war insurgency. I'm glad to report that at least most of the affected persons were able to attend this meeting. However, the people are not happy with what is taking place. This is because ever since 1996 to date, people are not compensated. Several letters, several correspondences have been in place to pay these people, but nothing has come forth. In October last year, we received a letter from Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs where they said we should compile all the lists of the affected people and the evidences of the fact that they have been doing businesses and now their businesses got spoiled, or some of them have been personally injured during the insurgency. All these documents, we compiled them and we submitted to Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs on 2nd of February last year. Up to now, the Permanent Secretary has not given any reply to this letter. Up to now, there is nothing, no positive feedback about this issue. The Attorney General is waiting for a letter from the Permanent Secretary about the compensation of these victims, but nothing is taking place. It's over 1 year. People are annoyed, people are tired, some have died, people's businesses have collapsed, they are suffering, some are orphans, they are now rendered jobless because they can't do business, they can't do anything. But nothing is done by government about this issue. People are tired. Today they have resolved, if this issue is not attended to, they will not vote for the government in these coming elections. There will be no vote, right from LC1 up to the president, up to the election of the president. What these people just need is startup capital, because all these people were business persons, either business women or business men who were doing business of buying goods from Kampala to here. They bring the goods here, they sell the goods in Arua, and they buy from Kampala. And they were attacked during LRA war, because on the road from Arua to Karuma, that's where most of them were attacked. Either they lost their businesses. If they didn't lose their businesses, they lost their goods, which were in their vehicles. They lost their vehicles, they lost properties. Many were injured. So all of them, now they are rendered, they cannot continue with their business. So what people want is compensation, and they wonder, why is government compensating people in Acholi region, people in Iteso, people in Lango for cattle, for loss of cattle? But here in West Nile, it is loss of goods, and people have suffered, people have died, people are injured. Why is government not considering the plight of our people? Yet people are suffering. And this is now over 20 years. Over 20 years, people are what? Waiting for compensation. People are desperate. Many of them have lost hope. They cannot now continue to wait. Some have even died as they are waiting. How long are they going to wait? If government doesn't want to pay them, government should come clearly that people of West Nile are not going to be compensated. People who suffered during the LRA war and they are from West Nile, they will not be compensated. At least people will forget about this, other than keeping people waiting for over 20 years. We actually expressed an intention to sue, to file this matter in court and to sue government. We gave government what we call statutory notice of intention to sue. And then after giving that statutory notice of intention to sue, there was no reply to it by the Attorney General. Then we decided to file an application for representative order, because since the people are many, not all of them can go to court at once. We wanted around 5 or 6 people to represent the whole group, such that when we go to court, not everyone can be able to attend. Then when we filed this application for representative order, the application was not allowed by court, because they said in that application there were only 700 people who signed instead of the 1,102. So the application, they said we can make the application again. Actually, court advised us to file another application for representative order. That is not actually yet a suit against government. It was just an application for court to give permission to 5 people to represent the 1,102 people. So if we got that application and it was allowed, then we will file a case. But what happened is that when we filed the application for representative order, for 5 people to represent the rest of the people, the RDC that time in Arua, that is Mr. Aikobo Festus, he intervened and told us that no, let us not go to court against government over this issue. He requested us to settle this matter and we would withdraw, because he said they were going to follow this matter as government. They know people suffered in West Nile, so there is no need of having a suit against government. So we should sit a dialogue and peacefully handle this matter with the government where people are compensated. We held a meeting with the members, and the members said no. They are all actually, most of them are members of what? NRM. They are the members of the ruling government. So they will not want to go to court against their own government if the government is willing to pay them peacefully. So on that ground, we left the idea of going to where? Of going to court and suing government. So we decided to settle that matter peacefully with the government. That's why you find there is no case in court, because the members said no, they are peace-loving, it is their government, they cannot take their own government to court. Since government is willing to pay, let government pay. Even the judge, the High Court judge who was in Arua, actually personally talked to me, said no, he made some calls about this issue. Our government is interested in paying. They don't see why we should go to court against government. So I also took the advice of the judge that let us settle this matter peacefully, we shouldn't go to court. Right now we are giving legal guidance, legal advice and guidance and assistance to these people to make sure that the victims from West Nile or the victims from Arua, the greater Arua, they are compensated. That's the role we're giving. They were giving them legal guidance, legal advice in this matter, and we are preparing also, we also prepare for them documents which are necessary to get the compensation. But of course, we can always use court as a last resort. So it doesn't mean that we have ruled out completely the issue of court. We can use court as a last resort, but we will want to peacefully settle this issue with government and make sure people are compensated.
There was the aspect of evidence queried by, the ministry responsible, that some people's evidence were not genuine, and there was need for, every affected person to place another evidence. Was that finally done? What is the loophole that is delaying this money?
We submitted all the necessary evidence we obtained from our clients, all these victims from here. And we submitted this on 5th February last year to the Permanent Secretary, to Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs. Officially, to date, we have not received any complaint that these evidences are not enough or something is missing. If something was missing, we would expect that they will write to us or they will come on the ground to verify. But they have not written to us because we gave it in writing. They have not written to us that the evidence is insufficient, that they have found loopholes. They have not written anything. So we can't now know. Though rumors we had that they said some of the evidences were missing, but that is rumor, we can't rely on rumor. So we expect that if some evidence is not enough, let them write that we received your documents, we received the evidence you compiled, but however, we have found that the evidence, some of the evidence is missing, or some of the evidence is lacking, and they indicate what is lacking, so that we know we prepare. But there is nothing like that, so we can't tell what is happening. For us now, we are concluding that simply they don't want to act on this and they don't want to pay the people.
This money finally did not reach West Nile, but other regions like Teso actually received. Where was the loophole? We have leaders in this region who should have followed to ensure their people benefit from this compensation.
Yes, actually we had the rumors that people are going to be compensated and the money is in place. It is unfortunate, actually, as we talk in this matter, the whole state minister for Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs is from West Nile. She's even not taking this matter seriously. There's nothing she has done about this issue. Yet she is there to represent the interests of our people. The whole Minister for State is from West Nile. Minister for State, Minister of State for Defense and Veteran Affairs is from here. But you see, all these people are suffering. You can see them. Over 1,102 people. They are suffering. They need money. The minister is not taking any action. The MPs, some of them have been talking about this issue, but some are also not talking about the issue. And the time for campaign is coming. I don't know what they are going to tell this, because they have been sitting over this issue, yet instead of raising it seriously on the floor of Parliament. But I'm glad some of the MPs have been taking this into account, and they have been seriously talking about this issue. I really implore and ask and request and pray all the members of Parliament, all the leaders in West Nile, they should take this issue seriously, because people need to be paid, people need to be compensated. Why are people of West Nile not being compensated? Are they not Ugandans? Why are you compensating people from other places for cattle, for goats? Yet here is what human beings suffering. And these human beings are voters. All these 1,102 people, these are heads of families. They are voters. Behind them, there are over 5 or 6 other voters. So this is a serious issue government needs to look at. The members have given us the authority in the meeting of today. They have given us authority to go and meet the permanent secretary at his office or her office, and they present their issues directly to the permanent secretary. And because they have given us the authority and the mandate that we should go and meet the permanent secretary, before we meet the permanent secretary, we will write to the permanent secretary seeking appointment of when we can meet him or her, and then after writing, then we have to move. We shall move there with the chairman to meet physically the permanent secretary and get response on the issues of the members.
Thank you. My name is Tokoswa Dara Disiawa. I don't know which group is complaining. That complaint is not reached to my desk. But there is a group, actually a company. Whose document I saw with my own eyes, even the last copy, the reminders letter, I picked it myself and gave to the chairman business community. The last time the president was here last year, but 1 April when the president was here, I only came across a document belonging to the Nile court process. The compensation of about 1 billion was approved, and there was only partial payment. I think something like 10% was not paid, and it was just remaining the balance to be cleared. They are facing challenges. So when they raised the matter before me with documents. That time, the president was here, and the president directed that the business community collects all these documents. People who are having claims, they collect all these claim documents. And for them, the only business company that came with a document, signed, even payment approved, was Nile Courts company, or Nile Courts buses. Other than that, I have not seen any other organization or company coming with a claim. The ones I also have that have come across why the documentation was also, they're also the victim that lost in Sudan, whose businesses were frauded in Sudan, South Sudan. Quite a good number of them came to me, and they are documents. We also, they compiled the document which we submitted, only waiting for process of compensation. So I am not aware of any group or Kony war victims who have been denied, who have come with documentations and the government has denied compensating them. All I know is those who have come with proper documentations and documents were submitted, compensation is on. And only, as I said, only one company came. The rest of the groups, I am not aware. Wherever they submitted the documents, and this of them don't have a copy. So they cannot go ahead and say their compensation has been blocked by who? Who are those leaders? In anything, if there's something genuine that requires compensation, I don't think any government leader or government official will be really frustrated. Because this business community, they are the ones supporting government. Many of our expenditures are dependent on taxes. And we get taxes from this business community. So what happens then when the businesses come down is also the government suffers the consequences. And that's why government comes up. Ideally, they are supposed to be compensated by insurance companies if they were insured. But because government looks at, government puts on a human face that these are my people, whatever activities they get involved in, the government also benefits through taxes. And then when they incur losses, government comes in to compensate people with genuine claims for documents. I don't think any government official will come and stand on there and say, it should not be paid. If you have genuine claims, genuine documentations.
Okay, according to the group, in total there are around 1,102 members that are seeking for compensation. But there was a list that was presented to process compensation, which does not possess any of the names of the members that are available, and the details were not adequate. Was this true? Because they said it was presented through the office of the president by then in Arua City.
Because we cannot be sure, because I also have not seen that list. And if they are saying the list that is submitted does not have some of the names of the members, and then how does the question of some leaders blocking their compensation come up? So you can see these are contradictions. If people have genuine claims with the proper documentations, I don't think government can deny to give them compensation. Government has never done that. Many people who lost business in South Sudan, they have been compensated. People who lost cattle, not in Nachon Sabujo, in Teso, and even, I think sometime back in Western here, names were submitted. And the others were compensated and others were compensated. So I want to say that's purely an allegation. Any government leader if he does, he will do it on his individual capacity, not as our own behalf of the government. So I want to say, all those who submitted genuine documents and have genuine claims will be submitted, will be compensated. There should be no worries. These are allegations that some people, some leaders in the government are blocking them. I want to believe on this as allegations. There is no, if they have evidence of leaders blocking them, and if they think I'm one of them, let them come and we'll discuss. Let them come with those documents. We submitted these documents on this day to these offices, and we are getting blocked in these offices by these leaders. Let's share it out. And you can see, you can find a way of how they can. Yes, sometimes people do those things for the individual reasons, but sometimes they don't do it as government. They do it as for them. They do it for their selfish reasons. And sometimes it's not even done, but because people expect quick compensation, and if it delays, and then they begin to come out with such allegations that ABC is taking place, possibly so and so. No. Sometimes people come up with those comments because of delays. It may not necessarily be that they are being denied or somebody is blocking them from getting the compensation. But if those people are there, let them bring their documents to my office, I go through, and they specifically tell me where they are getting the obstacles.
Now, through their legal representative, the lawyer, there were documents that were presented that passed through the major processes up to the parliament that were approved that this group deserves to be compensated. And through your office, what could be some of the hindrances that are taking this process extremely long? That even when these people seek for this, to follow up on this, their intimidation, to the extent the chairperson for this group was arrested and put behind bars some 2 years back for following over these compensation issues.
You see, what people don't understand is this compensation is not one man's affair or one ministry's affair. It all ends up with the Ministry of Finance. Ministry of Trade and Industry has received those documents, verified the Parliament actually appropriates resources. If it is as they have said as in the Parliament approves and they allocates the resources, it is in the right place. As long as Parliament has approved it, they will be compensated. And some of those leaders, they are also impatient. Because of impatience, they sometimes begin to talk recklessly. Oh, we're not going to vote for government again. They begin even to intimidate. Sometimes they're talking about intimidation. They are the one intimidating even the leaders themselves. Some of them come with the provocative languages. Possibly the others could have come out of those. But I want to strongly say, no government official can come out to frustrate compensation of people who are making genuine claims and they are approved even at the level of Parliament. Nobody can block that. The moment it has reached that level, nobody can block it. And I want to still believe that these are allegations.
Now, maybe lastly, as the son of the soil, at your capacity as the representative of the government in West Nile, what can you do to see that these processes are followed up, to see everything is come to an end?
One, people who have those claims, they should first of all come with the copies of the documents and tell me the extent to which they have reached. Like I said at the beginning, when the directors of Nile Coach came to me with their documents, I read through. I even found in it a letter written by the president directing payments. And the payments were approved. So when I got copies of those documents, I picked them. When the president requested for the business community to submit those documents, I had to look for the chairman of the business community, Mr. Obeta Moses. I submitted them to him. So if there are people having those documents, they are genuine ones, let them bring them, we'll have a look at them. And then they tell us where they're getting challenges, the extent to which they have pushed those documents. Of course, I cannot deny the fact that sometimes people think, they go to the ministry, they think they have delivered the things at the right place. I must say, there are information peddlers in those corridors in the ministry. You will reach there and say, I can help you do this. Those documents end up in their hand. They may not have delivered the documents at the right place. When I request their documents, I will expect a delivery copy where I will deliver at the security registry, signed, received, either Ministry of Trade and Industry, Ministry of Presidency. At least there must be a sign that this document was officially received on this date, then I'll take from them. If there are people with those documents, I can request them to submit for the copies, then I can